Welcome to the Dungeon House, where a bunch of regular people with regular jobs gather to play Dungeons and Dragons. We aren't professionals, so if you hear food ASMR or a baby in the back, just understand it's normal. This show is recommended for those 13 and up. The music you'll hear is brought to you by William Heaton and various other artists. We're glad that you're here to share in the fun and laughter, as well as the challenges along the way. So come on into our home, take a seat on the couch, and enjoy the Dungeon House.
The dad started making breakfast, and I assumed it was biscuits and gravy because of this next mishap. As one of the boys asked, "Can I have a piece of garlic bread?" And the dad yelled back, "These are biscuits."
Little kids.
Garlic bread.
Gosh.
He's like, "Well, look like garlic bread."
I don't know what dimension he lives in, but my
you blame
garlic
me?
bread does not look like a biscuit.
Maybe his dad's not a very good cook.
But yeah, I just am like, oh, these kids don't get out much. And like, I could tell in the situation, the mom wasn't there. The dad was trying his best. And I'm like, I feel bad for the dad because his two sons have both speech impediments and they sound like that. That's sad, but
It was quite entertaining, though. It was still really funny. Oh my gosh. We were just sitting there like, yeah.
you broke my fishing rod. So now we have one of our songs named Fishing Rod.
Fishing wad.
Yep.
You broke my fishing wad.
We got some new songs, but we won't hear them today.
Yeah, I was
Blame Chase.
lazy.
No, jeez.
And are we live?
Probably.
Probably.
It's just about that time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pretty dang close.
welcome to the Dungeon House, everybody. We play D&D here, and we're going to do some of that tonight.
Just talk.
Okay,
Joe's gonna miss all of it.
Joy's going to miss all of it?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Well, we just learned that we're not going to have Joy here tonight with us, so no Pinky. But yeah, I'll play. I'll do my best to fill the shoes. They may be small, but they are still quite large to fill.
It's kind of weird seeing the back of my head. I'm not the biggest fan, I have to say.
I like the back of your head.
It looks ridiculous. It is. I braided my hair so it looks like there's a weird line, but there's not. Well, there is, but still.
He's got his shots today, so he's fussy.
Maybe he's got shots.
We're back in person with Tori and McKay
And
so-
maybe he's.
and Baby Hayes. And I think, actually, I know Tori will be joining us later. She's just feeding Hayes, so we will have her back. So, without further ado,
I do.
anything else? No, it's
I do.
I know. Do. I said do.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Very silly.
I'm
Wait.
a child.
Yeah.
You do.
So do we decide if we hate the two camera system?
I don't like seeing the back of my head.
Like, the hard problem is, McKay, like, the second camera's to help see you, but all we see is the back of Faith's head.
Yeah, I don't
We need
like
to
it.
adjust that if we're going to have it.
I can try to adjust it a little bit more. We're trying new things here at the Dungeon House.
I would support one camera, just at an angle that we could see everybody. I like the one camera.
I mean, you can turn that one. I think you can catch yourself like sideways.
You probably. I'm
Yeah.
worried that we'll lose faith.
No, we won't. If you
Yeah.
turn it right in the right spot, you're not gonna lose faith.
Let's try
It
it.
should just be right on the edge.
Say goodbye to this camera for a minute.
Into the void it goes.
Bye.
David, are you gonna turn your camera on?
What?
You gonna turn your camera on?
Eventually, yeah. Yes, I will.
Yeah. I look like I'm getting a heavenly message right now.
Chase, what wisdom are you sharing?
Yeah, I'm distilling. I'm being distilled with the dews of heaven, something like that.
Okay, we can still see Faith right there, and you can see me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh,
It's a
but
lot darker in our old house.
Yeah.
what can you do? Anyways, we should probably do a recap of what happened last time.
Who has not done it in a while?
I would ask Kyle, but you were there for kind of half of it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have you do your half, and maybe we'll have Brandon do the other half.
All right.
I know, right? We're getting a little tricky here.
So last time, for the first half of the dungeon house, Moss and Pinky decided to go out and explore the area to try to find some clues about where this darkness has been hiding at within the town. As they made their way over to the... where's my notes? The bread district, the quarry of something. There it is. Smithers Quarry. Smiter's Quarry, right? As they made their way over to the Smiter's Quarry, Moss and Pinky discovered a grate that led them deep underground by maybe like 50 feet. To the undercity. As they were exploring the undercity and trying to find the location of the darkness, they stumbled upon a fetching spider. That was scary. And then Moss and Pinky tried to escape the spider. Pinky got bit. Pinky fell unconscious. Moss had to save her because she was paralyzed. And then Moss pulled a door out of his pocket to fall into the drainage system to get out. And that was the first half of the session. So that's only the first half. For those that missed it, I would highly recommend going back and watching.
It was wild.
It was so crazy.
While Moss and Pinky were out getting eaten by a spider, everyone else was kind of hanging out at like the Vigil outpost. Alia was getting mad about Ren's religious affiliations. Demanded some answers, wasn't satisfied with the answers she got, went and pouted. And then we talked to Opal, and she told us that she's a descendant of the Hero of Lillies, and then she pouted.
Yeah, that's true.
That's basically it, honestly.
We got to work with right now.
Lots of emotions going on.
Yeah, where we finished off is you guys are all kind of settling in for the night. Everyone had kind of reconvened at the outpost, got beds, and Opal was just sitting down to meditate. And as she did this, she was able to somehow connect her soul with that of the other Hero of Lillies long in the past. And as she's kind of walking through an old street of Havnock, she sees this visage of a lady, looks very similar to her. She turns to Opal and says, "Oh, you're finally here.
What?
You made it. It's good to see you.
Where?
Here to the city."
What city?
She'll kind of look at you a little bit confused. And then her eyes wide open. Her eyes will open wide open,
Her eyes were what?
widen. And she says, "You don't remember?"
What part of what you're talking about?
We got here about 3 days ago, and we were investigating the rumors.
The rumors are?
You really don't remember this, Ramashka?
Well,
As you look down towards your own hand, as you kind of like put it up to your head, you recognize that your skin color is not of your own.
Oh, yeah, I must have hit my head. Remind me, I might have amnesia. What's my name?
Ramashka.
I'm Romashka.
Yes.
Okay, and you are?
My name's Opal.
And sorry.
Are you okay? Are you feeling well?
Uh, no, I am not. But I will keep going because this is important.
I mean, from the sounds of it, it is. I mean, we're still cleaning up the remnants of the demons, and so. But if you need to catch your rest, I understand.
No, no. I can keep going. Do you mind just being an arm I can lean on?
Of course.
Okay.
You notice that the Opal before you seems older than you. As you kind of look into her face, she looks closer towards mid-30s than the... And she kind of holds herself more in a comforting manner. Also, a little bit of like a... She's just here. She's living. Yeah, as she kind of comes over and you put your arm around her. She turns to you and says, Ramashka, I've never known you as someone to get ill easily.
Yeah, must have been the bread or something.
Yeah. I mean, that has been part of the reports. Did you eat some as you got here?
I might have, but I don't remember.
Well, that's not good. You know what?
Or maybe it was forced upon me. That's not something to rule out, right?
That is true, though. It's she just kind of like looks confused at you. She says, Ramashka, you know that whenever Kruvust is involved, you don't eat the bread in that area. Or any of the food, really.
Oh, yeah. What was it again?
Oh, the Kruvust.
Reverse.
Kruvust.
Reverse. Which one is it?
Kruvust.
Reverse.
Of course.
Okay.
We know this already.
Yes. I was silly. I may have also drank too much. Just, celebrating and moving on to take care of this, right?
Oh, what about your fellow abstinence?
Sometimes you don't remember when I said I hit my head.
Oh, I see. Well, if you're having a little bit of a hard time remembering, Kruvust is a demon of pestilence. That's what we were reported. What report we got here.
Oh.
And so you and I were dispatched to come and see if we can find the source of it.
Yeah. But I'm positive as we keep moving forward, I'll regain recollection of everything we discussed. I'm terribly sorry.
You're okay. Try not to exert yourself. You look kind of pale.
Is my skin from pale?
No.
Oh no, okay.
It's the exact opposite.
I would need to, but
as you kind of continue walking and stuff like that, you talked about, he kind of looks back towards the city. Well, as you know, Havnock was only taken 50 years ago. And
Yep.
it was one of the last vestiges of the forces during the press. And so we think some of that is still contained in the undercity. So that's where we're going to start. And you look around, the city is very different than the one that you've been in already. This one seems a whole lot more rudimentary. it seems a lot more like it is in like the construction phase. You see a lot of scaffolding, a lot of building materials, and things moving like that. It doesn't look like this city is that old. It looks like there's heavy construction going on. Like they're building something massive. Most likely the city that you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'll let you know when I regain my, where myself. Let's pretend I know nothing. So maybe that way my memory will click back faster.
Okay, I've never heard of that way of regaining memories, but I like it. Let's try it. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, you know nothing.
Not.
And
Nothing.
you know your name, though.
Yes.
You're Romashka.
I'm Romashka.
Yeah.
I'm Romashka.
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 One of the servants of the Perpetua, my best friend.
Which was a name. I'm your best friend.
You're my best friend.
Okay. You confused me right there. That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We are the same host. Yes.
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 Oh, so you do remember that? Ooh, we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
This
everything's
is
working.
Okay. Well, we've been called to the newly formed city of Havnot. It was one of the last places that was left after the gods were sealed. And you and I have gone on countless missions like this where we've heard of some sort of presence, and we're here to eliminate it.
Yes.
Make sure that the people stay safe from those minor entities.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Got it.
Yeah. And so we're here looking for a Kruvust,
The pestilence demon.
a demon of pestilence. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what I'm talking about. I know what. You still look a little off. Like there's just something about you. Can't put my finger on it. Don't remind me. Get a little nervous. But anyways. Whatever. As we're walking,
What?
we're walking here.
Opal and
Yeah.
remembrance are what?
Romashka
Romashka.
are walking. They have come across quick question, is the music too loud, guys? We're good? Okay.
So for us, I can turn the volume down on the actual speaker.
Okay. Maybe. Let's see.
That's
But as you guys are walking, Opal takes a chance to say, no, it's crazy. I didn't think a demon this strong is still, survived all this time since the Praxum.
Mm.
I mean, that was 200 years ago. And
How old are you again?
me?
Yeah.
I'm about 40 right now. 50.
I was like younger. Yeah.
She just laughs at that. Like, I hold my age well. Anyways. Though we really should probably be careful. If this is a demon from the Paraxum, it's probably fairly powerful.
Yes.
So just keep your guard up, okay?
Yes. Can do that. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, as you kind of like continue walking, you see Opal kind of walks up, and you're kind of being passed by people. It's kind of like you hear the birds chirping in the distance, and it all freezes all of a sudden. Ever tweeting.
Tweeting.
Some birds do twerp.
Alright.
Some birds don't. Everything freezes all of a sudden, and it's kind of like no one else is moving except you. You still have all your faculties, and then you kind of look towards Opal, and she kind of turns towards you, and you look down at yourself, and you're back to your original form, who you are. And she'll turn to you and say, whatever is here was not defeated entirely. Follow your order. Be strong. And help save these people. And with that, like the vision, everything kind of turns black and kind of sucks everything kind of more towards the center. And it, as almost it feels like reality is like turning in on itself and turning to black and fading until you're jolted awake and you're sitting on your bed again.
Opal will go to the potty.
Okay. You're like, oh, you go use the rest.
Wash her face and go back to sleep until Faith is back from picking up pizza.
Yeah, perfect.
That was
Opal
so hard.
conks out.
I can't. Okay.
Opal ends up flirting with Opal. We'll see you in a second. Fate's gonna go grab pizza. All right. With that, you guys see Opal kind of wake up and then go wash her face and go straight to bed.
Was it middle of the night when that happened, or was it?
Yeah, it was like right as you guys were kind of getting ready for bed. So most people are kind of getting settled.
Okay.
It's about this time that you guys hear the front door of the Vigil outpost open. And then the side door where you guys have been staying opens again. And you see in front of you, Adilaide.
Hello.
Adelaide?
Have fun up, Park. You see Pablo behind her, seems to be carrying, like, I guess he still has the backpack. For some reason, the backpack, which is like, you know, an extra-dimensional space, seems a little bit more fluffed than usual.
More what than normal?
More like, big, like it's filled. Even though it's an extra-dimensional space, that doesn't make sense. It's still that way.
Okay.
The Vigil said that you'd be gone for a while.
Yes, and the Vigils also said that you were in need of a little bit of backup. Which is just as well, because it turns out they didn't really need me as much where they sent me, and so I had to put my spare time, hopefully somewhere that would be worthwhile. I've stocked up on more supplies. She's gonna just like gesture towards Pablo.
He's gonna like look at everyone and like, is she talking about me? Oh, they're like, oh yeah, and he'll take the backpack and shake it. He goes, oh, and then he stops, puts it back on.
I was thinking that I might need some more things and more of like a forest green.
Wait, so you didn't pick up like swords or magic items or any useful things?
Useful. Look at the kind of environment that we're in right now. If I were to wear a pale blue or a deep eggplant, I would give us all away.
Where were you?
I told you I was giving supplies.
Where?
Orange?
Do you remember what I told you about? So
No.
it's okay. Sorry, no worries. I'll help you out.
Okay.
So Corey, or Adelaide, you had reached the Vigil's outpost the night that you were supposed to be sent off, and as you got there, they basically said, you know what? I think we're actually going to be good. We won't need you for this. And that's when you were like, we got a little bit of free time. So you've been in the city the whole time.
In the city.
This city?
Yes. And I have to tell you, this city has a great boutiques. You'd be surprised. Nothing like the stuff that we have back home, but you'd be surprised.
Did I mishear that? Did I mishear? You were in the same city that we've been in this whole time, just shopping?
Yes. So do fill me in on what I missed.
So when we were out trying to stay alive from big arachnids and saving little children, you were buying eggplant shirts?
No, sea moss, forest green. Like I said before, if I were to wear something of a more like a jewel-rich tone, such as an eggplant, it'd give us all away.
At this point, Moss is going to take a swig of alcohol. Even if there's no alcohol around, he's going to find alcohol to take a swig.
Moss, if there's one
Dear
thing,
Moss.
if there's one thing that I hope to have rubbed off on you by the time we leave, is that jewel tones are for more formal occasions.
Do you see what I'm wearing right now?
It's literally a burlap sack.
And
This
if
is
there's
where
anything that I would have taught you,
Well,
you have to
Glad-
dress yourself to suit those beautiful eyes of yours.
glad to have you back.
Better start pulling your weight.
You hear that, Pablo?
Where is it?
I don't know, but when we find it, we're gonna have to start pulling it.
Andrew?
this is when like Alia walks back in from her stroll and just Adelaide and just runs up and gives you a hug.
I mean, it's only been about a day, but
Well,
I just-
I didn't think you were supposed to be back for a while.
well, turns out that I was needed here,
I'm so happy you're back.
and I got you something.
You did? Really?
Yes. And
What'd you get her?
I got her a cute bracelet.
Perfect.
Do I have to roll for anything?
No.
Can I just
Do
make
you want to
it
describe the bracelet?
Just free gift. This is all you did.
All right, so I saw it and I thought of you. It reminded me of your hair. And she's gonna take out this like it's a really fine chain, like really tiny and delicate, and then it has these three blue like they're like round and they're like stones but like highly polished. And so real silver, and then like these blue kind of glowing stones. Anyway, it's just something really, really high quality, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, just Alia's gonna take it. Just like this is the most beautiful thing anybody's ever given me. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Adelaide's probably just gonna ask people to fill her in on what's happened, and then probably be up to speed.
Yeah. Pablo also looks around questioningly.
So arachnids and children and bread.
Pretty much.
All right.
Pretty good.
As Alia glances at Ren.
I don't have
Still
anything to
red.
add. That's it.
No, it would just be like the stink eye glare.
I'm familiar of that.
I
What is Adelaide's gonna like do this and then kind of like look at Ren and Alia, like literally this. She's doing this with her hand. What's this? There seems to be a little bit of tension.
It's nothing. I'll tell you about it later.
Don't forget to ask Opal about the Hero of Lillies. I'm sure she'd love to share with you about that.
Hero of Lillies.
As you look over, Opal is just like passed out. Her hair's a mess. She's natural a little bit. How long did?
She's always been graceful in everything she does.
Well, I think I'm off to bed.
Oh, by the way, we have a funeral tomorrow, Adelaide.
I'm not going.
Why not?
Don't care to.
Have fun at bar, free food.
Do you not have an outfit appropriate for the occasion?
I got this.
I was going to say, does he ever have an outfit appropriate for the occasion?
No.
Moss is going to chime in. Baron, I understand you don't want to go, but after seeing what's down there, I think if we go, we might be able to get a little bit of help from these guards. We're going to need some resources if we're going to discover more information about what's going on.
That may be fair. But I'm sitting in the back.
Alright. No, in fact, before we all go off to bed, I did want to talk together as a group and ask, like, sort of a quick recap on, like, where we think we're going. Like, we learned some information about, something or other. Who's the lady that tells us the future or something like that?
Siri?
A Siri?
Hey, Siri, can you tell us the future?
I actually don't know.
Do you mean with Sagani?
Yeah, Sagani. We planning on seeing one of those Saganis tomorrow?
That's what I'd like to do. I think that they'll be able to give us some more information that may not be found in the library or the churches.
Alright.
You have anything you want to do?
This is just my pitch, but I think we should go to that funeral, go to that Sagani, head back down to those catacombs to see if we can figure some more things out. I think the longer we wait, more people are going to die. And more people that are going to die means less money from the vigils.
I agree with you, Moss. I still feel like we need some better equipment before we really go in there, but there's only so much that we can do.
I mean, I guess I'm okay to go down there. I'm definitely not going first, though.
That's why I'm so
I'll go
happy.
first.
Baron, you said you're going first?
Nothing worse than what I've seen before.
Alright.
Ren's gonna say, well, I don't know what you've seen before us being together, but all we've seen are skeletons, a metal bowl, and just a shadow. So there's a lot of room for scarier things.
Welcome to my world, Ren.
Yeah, so again, I don't know what you've seen, but As for me, I'd rather not go in the catacombs. But I mean, I'd feel bad if all you guys went and died. I don't know. That's my 2 cents, my 2 copper pieces there.
What would you rather us do?
I don't know. I thought because weren't we waiting for more reinforcements so that we could go into the catacombs?
We don't have time.
It would be, as you know, 5 days from now. So tomorrow is
It's
March.
still that same day, huh? Oh man.
Still the same day.
I guess we do have Adelaide now and Pablo, and I'll gesture to him.
He will blush.
We do have a better shot than before.
I mean, I would agree.
But it's still not an optimal situation.
And I'm just saying, I don't think we have to go down to the catacombs and like completely solve all the problems going on. I just think we just need to explore a little deeper. Like me and Pinky got this spider. I think a group of us could kill that spider pretty fast. Just need to gather more information so we can make better decisions, is all I'm saying.
Is there a different entrance, Moss?
There's lots of different entrances. Seems like it's the whole city's all like interconnected down there. Different rooms, different ways to get in. Sort of like a maze, if we're being honest. Which allows us, different things we can find and discover while we're down there.
What would be, I guess, what would we be searching for while down there? Just kind of exploring? Are we gonna try to avoid those shadow creatures?
I'm thinking.
If we're going down, go ahead, Moss.
Go ahead, Baron.
All right. If we're going down there, I guess. Sorry, I don't know which one to look at. I either look at this one or my computer over there. I need to look at this one so you can see my face.
There's nothing over there.
I know. If we're going down there, I'm going to find those kids. Once I find them, we're bringing them back up, and that's it. I think whatever is down there, and we may learn more tomorrow, but from what we've learned thus far, I think what we're facing is a little bigger than us. So if we can save those children, and then maybe we do some damage control up here and try to stop the spread of it from above until more resources get to us. That's my thought.
Wouldn't that, though, just, I mean, kind of prolong the suffering and the more potential death of the people?
They're gonna die if we don't go down there, eh?
Well, I'm just saying that if we go down there just for the children, and we don't try to at least take care of the issue, then it just, I guess, increases the chance of death for the people we're trying to protect.
I mean, I'm just here doing my job. We were told to find out what we can, and if we can take care of the problem, then I guess we can do that. If I find out it's too big for us, I'm gonna do what I can and leave.
I mean, that's fair. I just, as long as we at least try, I feel like it's just putting a band-aid on a sword gash.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
I
Can't
mean,
fix it.
No, but you can at least. I don't know. I think there's more we could do than just going down there and run. If we go down there and get the 3 kids that are down there, we know that the demon will just start
Taking more kids.
taking more kids, exactly. And then we would be in the exact same spot as we are now.
In fact, we don't know how many kids are going to get taken tonight.
Well, maybe we patrol the streets tonight. I've been itching to get out of this house and do something.
Do we go out then and maybe find some of these demons and see what works, what doesn't work? At maybe protecting ourselves against them?
Yeah. What does everybody think?
What do you think?
Moss is not opposed to the idea.
Adelaide, you don't know what we're really fighting. Might be good for you to get an idea.
Alright then.
Well, Red, what are you thinking?
I mean, I'm kind of obligated to go with you guys. And I'll look at Bear and I'll say, look, I want to be done with this as much as anyone else. But we should do what we need to. We probably should help these people. So yeah, let's go see what we can find out.
Alright. Well, let's leave Pinky here. She looks like she's dead asleep.
You look over, Pinky is literally dead. I go,
That's what happens when you don't show up to D&D, you just died.
no. He is dead asleep. So she's asleep dead. She's fine. She's just.
For those of you that care to look nice at the funeral, take it easy out here.
As you guys kind of start gathering your supplies to head out this evening, you take a moment to kind of look through your stuff, get some things ready. It's kind of at this time that, as you guys are getting stuff ready, Opal, you will wake up kind of to the commotion. Opal? I need to maybe use the restroom. Out of there. But
Yeah?
I know, right? Opal, did you hear that? Opal, with them getting supplies ready, you are woken. I'm about to sneeze. You're woken up early in your sleep. It's still the middle of night. You're kind of jostled awake as they get stuff ready.
Who do I see?
You see your comrades.
Oh, everybody's.
Everyone's awake except Pink. She's still coming out.
Yeah, I thought someone was specifically.
No one's shaking yet.
I'll toss a bag onto Ad. We'll toss her bag onto her.
What is going on?
Experiments.
What?
Now see if we can find a shadow creature. Is that how Adelaide sounds getting her Opal feels waking up? Wait. Okay then. No worries. Alright.
Well, I don't think now is the best time to do experiments. Since I need some rest. Like, Alia, can you kind of expand upon what's going on?
I don't
No.
think Alia is
All
there
right.
either.
Ren, how about you?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What are these experiments with the shadows right now?
I'll lean in close to Opal. I'll say, look, honestly, I have no idea. I think just go along with it and
Okay.
just do the best we can do. I'm in the same boat as you, so
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I learned some things through meditation, so yeah. Ouch. Related to the experience. Drop me here.
You can either you can roleplay or you summarize.
Okay. I oddly enough was in the body of someone else. Like Ramishka. I think so. I was in their body, pretending to be them. I was doing honestly a terrible job. Really awful. But the Opal of that time believed it. And shocking, but I learned some things as the demon that we're facing is one from the Paraxis, so it's going to be extremely hard to go up against. I also learned what parasite is going around affecting the bread. Yeah, other stuff involved dates. I don't think that's important, but that's basically it.
You went on a date?
No, like 19, 7 day, blah blah blah. Like back then, that's not even that late, but you know.
In the olden time.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are kind of preparing yourselves, where are you guys going?
Well, the Smiter's Quarry is the epicenter. I think we should at least be near that, right?
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to go to the bread ball district and I'd like to visit bread shop that we went to the other day. If there's still-
Yeah. Not opposed.
You guys start heading that direction as you guys gather up your stuff. Is there anything that you guys want to do as you're walking? You leave. You notice that the night air is kind of cool around you, dropping below freezing. Ren, this is probably the coldest you've honestly ever been. The night is broken up by torches, but still the pervasive darkness is sometimes in some ways suffocating. You notice that as you guys are approaching the bread wall district as well as the Smash Square, it seems more lit up than usual than your first time there.
So I don't necessarily need to use one of my torches then.
Unless you want to. Right now, as you guys are traveling to there, this district seems fairly normal. There's a good amount of darkness. You just when you see like a city or town kind of in the distance, and you've been out here before in dark, it seems more lit up, more light pollution than usual.
I'll probably light one of my torches just so we have some light around us.
Good deal.
Moss is also going to cast Control Flame, just to also have that as light.
What is your guys' marching order?
Moss will take the back.
That means I'll take the front since I got the light.
All right. Now, how y'all falling in the middle?
I'm so sorry. I want to be near Mosh or Baron or Alia. So wherever Alia goes, I guess.
I'm probably going to be standing next to Adelaide.
Adelaide, I'm going to say, is in the middle
Pablo.
with Pablo.
I'll be on the other side of Alia.
Okay.
Ren feels like he wants to be behind Moss because he's so short that Ren wants to watch over him. Doesn't want him to get lost back there. And so like there will kind of be like that awkward like, are you sure you want to be back here kind of thing?
You both like keep slowing down to let the other pass.
You just walk like over him. He walks in between your legs.
Yeah.
Throw blame.
We're definitely having a test of. There's a test of patience going on between the two of us right now.
I think eventually you guys find a rhythm by just standing next to each other. So that way you're both at the farthest back point.
Fair.
Okay, as you guys continue to march ever so onward, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's make this clear that we're just trying to see if we can learn some more information about these beings. So if we get surrounded, if there's more than just a few, let's just leave.
And how do you plan to gain information? Observant, questioning?
Kill them.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You'd be surprised how much you learn about something when you kill it.
I assume nothing? Because they're dead?
I think he's referring to dissection.
Now that you learn a lot from, but that's gross. Okay.
As you guys head, making quiet conversation on your way there, you eventually make it to the Redwall district. You see that massive stone cliff that has been built into towering over everything, and you see on a good portion of it a lot of torches have been lit. A lot of almost bonfire-esque sized places in the streets have been lit, and you see a lot more of the Crimson Cloaks patrolling than usual. So it's not like crazy like they're everywhere, but you do recognize that there seems to be more of a guard presence during this time.
Well, at least it looks like they took our advice.
That's good.
Gives me a little bit of hope that they might help us a little bit more too.
I'm gonna step inside the. I forgot the name of the shop, but
The BBDB?
yeah,
Is that even open?
You would
Guess we'll
try
find
the
out.
door, and tonight it would be locked.
would be long. Guess I'll come back later.
You don't
I guess
have any specific. I'm not there, right?
Yeah, you're here.
We're all here.
No, like I'm not there with you when you try to go for the lock, or
I was just trying to door.
Tries the door.
you're not going to break in or anything.
What do I look like?
You look like Barrett.
No, I'm not gonna try and break into it.
Sneak
I
into
do
it.
have to admit that's a very Baron-esque thing to do, is break into it.
Yeah.
I don't go around just breaking into buildings, guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could have fooled me, but
When it has personal gain. Yes. Maybe. Alright, enough teasing. Moving on.
What's your guys' game plan as you're going ahead? What do you guys want to do as you are trying to find a shadow?
I think it's going to be, I don't know if anybody else agrees or disagrees, but trying to find maybe the darkest places.
Moss? Yeah. Darkest places. There's not. We don't see any kids out right now, do we?
You do not.
Okay. Yeah. I think just looking at the darkest places. Sort of, Moss would sort of tell everybody that him and Pinky got underground by going through the crates. And so maybe just like specifically looking like for crates, like the entrances and outrances, things like that.
Okay.
So who's doing the search for a grate? It doesn't take that long. You eventually find one in an alley, kind of in an alleyway. It seems a little bit darker. It looks like a good spot for you to assume a shadow to go and to come if it would like to.
Should we kill the lights around here?
Nah. They're not going to show up if it's light.
What was that? Can you say that again?
I said the only problem with having lights is they're not going to show up if there's a bunch of lights around here.
I think you misheard me. I said let's kill the lights.
Oh, so we're on the same page.
Old
Let's
man
go
here.
ahead and do it.
You guys all snuff out your torch, whatever light you may be carrying at this time.
Is my axe still glowing?
No. You have the ability to turn that on by using one of the charges, but since that point, it has faded. That was the day before. In all honesty, about this time of night after getting here, you're probably looking around midnight, if not early morning, 1 o'clock.
Two questions. One, how long of a travel is it between
There to here?
Yeah.
It's about, during the day, it's about a 3-hour travel.
Oh.
And during night, it's like 2 hours. So you guys have been going to bed around 10. Now you're
I did not realize that was that big. The other question is, what moon is currently out? Or like, I guess by that question, what month is it?
What month is it? Let me do some looking
That's-
real quick. I just need a...
I've been wanting to know that for a while now.
Yeah, I can describe that. I just need to look up my notes so that way I can tell you the right thing.
Perhaps we should all hide and wait.
I think we should take shifts just to make sure each of us at least gets a little bit of rest during the night. Then if something happens, we can wake the others up.
That sounds like a good plan.
We can also set an alarm to see if anything's tripped.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Does anyone here know how to make a trap like that? Ooh.
I do.
Okay, and I was going to ask Chase, would Moss know how to make a trap like that?
You would know how to, like, jerry-rig the stuff. Do you have the components to do, though?
That's the issue. I don't know if I have the components for it.
Because honestly, a simple one could be just like a piece of string tied to 2 points with a bell on the end.
Yep.
That in a sense, can be an alarm.
Dude, you guys.
But, like, having... The question is, do you have the stuff to make that?
Pablo. What does Pablo got?
Do we know if a physical alarm would work on these creatures?
I'm grabbing my face button. I don't know.
Do you have a map?
I'm not sure. Since they are shadows and affected by light, I would assume not. That's a complete 100% assumption though. But the way I have set up an alarm is through magical abilities.
Okay, let's go with that.
Oh,
Wouldn't mind.
no. Opal will cast alarms. And okay, like that. I can't really look it up 'cause I'm covered in stuff.
Are you looking for the spell? You set an alarm against unwanted intruders and choose a door, window, or an area within range that is no larger than a 20-foot cube until the spell ends. An alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or large creature touches or enters the warded area. When you cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. You should also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. Mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind if you are at 1 mile of the warded area. This ping awakens you if you're asleep. An audible alarm produces a sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
Thank you, David. I mean,
Yep.
alive, but I think.
I have the spell too, so.
Yes, you do. Where do we want to set up the alarm?
Perhaps around the grate.
I want to say where are we going to rest? If we're going to set up rest, or I could cast one and you could cast one, maybe.
Well, yeah, that's a good plan.
I can also make an alarm.
All the coverage.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I knew quite a bit of this had alarm. Okay, I will cast it over the crate. Does that sound okay? I will do that, and I will have it ring in a mentality. So, being in our minds.
Being in yours.
Only in my mind. It's ding in my mind.
And then I will do an audible alarm. I imagine we're going to kind of like try and tuck ourselves more into a corner of the alley. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to set the alarm around us. So like we'll be inside the 20-foot cube.
Okay. You'll have one cube centered on the grate. And then one cube centered on where you guys are going to be hiding about like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we will set that. What we're going to do, just so that way we have a little bit better idea of distances and stuff like that, would you guys be all right if we reuse the bow map that I used previously, and we'll just use the other end of it, just so that way we can have like a spacing idea? So if you guys want to jump into Owl Bear, we will do that.
I don't know where my iPad is. Give me a minute. I gotta go find my iPad.
Do I know do
Into the living room. Into the living room.
it?
Sure. We get maps ready. Living the life of the Vitaville. For the real. Let me send it in the group chat, and we will.
Living in the vida loca. El taco.
No, she's gonna come back down. I can get us all funny for other Albert.
Okay, I just barely sent the link, so
Got it.
let me move you guys kind of into a
There.
better spot, and I'll just mark the grate.
That's the other child. That's Loki.
Yeah. He has been so needy the last couple of days.
That's awesome.
This is why you make your maps bigger, so that way you guys can we can reuse them.
Wait, you mean you haven't completely mapped out the entire world?
I know. I'm working on it. It's just taking a little bit. All right. Let me know when you guys are in.
I'm in.
We're out. I'm here.
All right. Oh, wait. The map size is wrong. Boop.
Did you fix it?
I'm going to try. No, it's clicking in the right place. No, it's right. For some reason, the draw tool doesn't like doing things correctly. So it's a little off the board, but that's kind of what you guys are looking at for Opal's alarm. What do you guys want to position yourselves? As you can kind of position yourself a little bit up higher or kind of more down below.
Moss is definitely going to put himself on the corner of this building, on the roof.
Okay. You guys want to just camp out on the roof? You can do that as well.
On the roof?
On the roof again?
I don't think Alia will climb the roof. She'll kind of stay down.
Fair to say,
This one?
You can get up.
times we can work in knowledge.
Margarita. Okay, next place. Oh, yeah. I would like to have margarita, except you have margarita first, right? It's good. Yeah, everybody has margarita.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Yeah. Moss is ready.
Brandon, I see you in here.
It's ready.
In-person group.
I'm assuming Opal's ready. I don't know.
Oh, we're on there now too. I'm working right now. You take baby and say
I can do it.
it needs a little. I want to get this up. There's a blanket for it. Oh, all right. You can keep going. Chase with a 50.
Okay. So, just to position you guys, I'm assuming you guys are kind of just put yourself in this little corner alley between these two buildings.
Where is the grate? Sorry, I think
I see that red dot down at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the grate. Don't mind the lighting. Lighting's wrong. So, as of right now, you guys are, Baron, you're about 40 feet away from it. Moss, you're about 50. So,
How big is our square for the alarm?
20 foot by 20 foot.
I'd actually like to get closer if I can.
Okay. You can position yourself wherever you want.
Close I can see where it's still being in the radius.
That's up to Alia. Would you be willing to draw your alarm on there, wherever you would like it?
Let's see here. Five.
I'm trying something I saw on Mister.
Okay. Can I have another slice?
Yeah, since he's a golfer, I saw.
Oh, is that the 20-foot square?
But he's not.
Yes.
He's already next to it. This way.
What is this right here, Chase?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Where my guy? Like, what is that? Is that a wall? Are we?
Yeah, that's wall kind of down, lower. So you're kind of up on like a step.
Oh,
City?
we're up a
So
step.
that's what I was asking. Did you want to go down lower or up higher? So what you guys are on is you're kind of on one of those many side cuts into like the mountain as they go up and down. It's a switchback, and so you can either choose to go on the lower part of the switchback or the higher part. So if you're right down there, you're fine. You're still in the alarm. You're just barely kind of in the corner of it, though you will be lower than everyone
How
else.
high is this?
Where you're at is about 15 feet. So that's the other thing, though, is a 20-foot cube. Moss is up on the roof, and you're down below. So if you're going to be down there, someone's probably
I'll stay up, but
you could be right on the edge.
yeah, I could be right, kind of like I'm right on the edge right there, where I could easily hop that
Okay.
and like get down.
You'll be hanging out right next. So as you guys kind of find this little corner, not too far away, and set yourself up, just a makeshift, not even like a big camp. Something though to kind of tide yourself over. You see, Pablo gets out Adilaide, kind of a nice plush camping chair that folds out. It's quite nice. You guys go into watching room. Who's taking the first one? I will.
We can. Alia will.
Alia and Theron. Are you guys going to plan your watches out now or not?
Moss will take the second watch.
Like,
Ren can take it with Moss if we're doing buddy system.
do we really need to stay up if we have alarms?
It's up to you guys.
At least one person should be up, just in case something goes wrong.
I mean, yeah, I'm agree with that. Alia is definitely willing to take a shift, so.
Oh, take first shift. Yeah.
If everyone else stay up, I'm gonna sleep. I do want to keep a torch, like an unlit torch, ready for
Being lit
being lit.
for the litting. That would be lit. All right, perfect. Okay. Just to make sure, the first watch is going to be Alia and Opal. Next will be Moss and Baron. Or not Moss and Baron? Moss and Ren. Okay. All right. So the time of night right now, you'll be to morning with just 2 watches of about 2 hours apart. As you guys are sitting here in the night sky, kind of look up and some of you settling down to get rest, some of you getting ready for a little bit of a long watch. You look up and you see the moon above you. It would be during this time, the only moon that you see is the one of Jaffa, as the month is Lebanon. Waxing gibbous, as the moon itself is quite large at this time and shines very brightly during the night to have a good amount of light, even though it's still dark, that you can kind of see what's going on. You don't see as many stars, though. With that, I would like Opal and Alia, would you be willing to make some perception checks? Or as you guys are watching?
Perception 8. house or uptown? It's a
If you guys want to use passive perception, you can. You both can choose to do that, or if you both are actively sitting there watching.
would be active, so I got
I got a 21.
Good deal. Laser eyed.
a little.
You're like I was last night, where I still don't remember 3 hours of my life. But, as you guys are watching, is there anything that you'd like to do during your watch? Just sitting there quietly?
With Alia, right? Alia, what sparked this research? Since I was a little preoccupied with meditation.
I guess which part?
The little monster and checking out.
Just I guess we don't really know much about the monsters themselves. And we kind of talked about trying to figure out. I guess we had talked about going back down into the catacombs as a whole group, and that kind of led to maybe we should know a little bit more about what it is we're actually fighting against, what these monsters do, what they're weak to. I guess that was kind of our thought process about it. So.
Okay, that makes sense. And sorry for falling behind, but yes. So I can tell you what I discovered during that game. I'll run a little bit, but so I was able to meet with past Opal 50 years after the Paraxium. So, right.
Do a history check. As you're trying to line up the events that it was talking about, along with your knowledge.
Yeah, 14.
14? Okay. As you kind of remember what was said prior, as well as... All right.
I'm sorry, 200 years ago. Okay.
As you do your history check and you're trying to get your dates lined up, it was 50 years after Havnock was taken, which was 200 years after the Paraxum. The time that you're at right now is about 1,100 years after the Paraxum, just so you guys know.
Yes.
And so it's like 900,
A little bit.
800 years ago.
Okay, yeah. So, the Opal that I met with was from 200 years after the Paraxum, and 50 years after Havnock was taken.
Okay.
Yeah. So she explained to me. So it was kind of weird. I was out of body experience, but you're in somebody else's body, and you just had to nod and play along and be like, "Oh yeah." It was like that. It's kind of weird. I was nosy nose. I was a character named. I already forgot the name. Briscoe. Ramashka, whoever that is. Maybe even they are in the history book. I don't know. But Opal at the time spoke to me and explained that there was a demon of pestilence that was infecting the bread. So we know where that comes from now. And then we also were able to identify what specific pestilence it is. What is the name again?
Kruvust.
Kruvust.
That's the type of demon.
Oh, Kruvust. He gets the crust. Yes, Kruvust gets the crust. So that occurred, and then she explained to me at the very end of the vision that the evil demon that she was facing was not completely eradicated. So we are may be facing the same problem today, which would mean that the demon is much more strong, as she explained that being was also from the Paraxim. So we may be facing something extremely above our pay grade and skill level currently.
Well, I guess we can at least find out if it really is. I guess if it's the same thing. If it is, I guess just try and get out.
I agree. So that's some update for you. So that kind of gives us a better understanding, but I do agree in the sense of researching their abilities, what we can do to defend ourselves. I think that's a great idea. I also like sleep and well. So are you hearing it?
Opal.
You can get sleep, Opal.
At that moment, as you're saying that, the alarm goes off in your head.
Well, no time for sleep, Alia. We are friends.
It's about that moment, Alia, that you've actually been kind of keeping a watch rather than just listening and kind of talking with her. You would notice it's kind of strange. Picture in your mind, like you see like a couple of torches off in the distance, like kind of close to where this is, and you can see what looks to be figures like pass in front of them, though they don't look like they're moving or running. It's almost like they just kind of float there. It looks like you have found some shadows. As you see two of them kind of approaching the grate from this way. The first one has triggered the alarm.
Do we
Wake up.
Yeah, I guess let's. Or I
Continue.
guess. Yeah, Alia just says, "Wake him up," and she's gonna run out. Oop, as I drop another thing, she's gonna run out and go 5, 10, 15, and then is going to cast create bonfire.
Okay.
So it is a 5-foot cube with a 60-foot range. And I'm going to go with that one and mark this one yellow. I'm going to cast it pretty much on top of the grate.
Okay. Perfect. As you run out into the road, lifting up your hand, summoning your arcane ability, your innate ability, fire erupts out of the grate in front of these two shadows. They kind of whirl back as they're pushed back by the bright light that's being cast around in a 30-foot range. I will draw that as a red circle. $15, $20, $25, $30. That circle right there, 30-foot range, bright light. After that, dim. Opal, as you yell and
Wake up.
wake up, your party members wake up. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Would you count me and then could I like move towards them and then roll initiative? Initiative.
Would you like to be by Alia?
Yeah,
We're going the other side.
Opal advantage on her.
Like this?
I'm not safe.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, what?
I'll go on the other side of the wall.
So you're going to jump down the 15 feet?
Doesn't it say?
Would I get hurt? Would I roll an equal?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't.
With that, as you guys are getting your initiative prepared, we're going to take our little break. So roll your initiative, get those numbers, and then we're going to come back.
Okay.
in a little bit. All right.
Sorry.
I mean, it's it's the time that we usually take a break.
We will take a
Wait,
break.
I gotta go press the button.
Then take a break.
I got. Y'all can stay on. They don't want to do anything.
Take a break. Eat some cake.
3, 2,
Whoa.
1. We're not on break yet.
So bring it back.
Everyone get back on. Because we're back. Yeah.
This is how I hold my child. He likes it, so for any of you fathers out there,
Hold him like a
It's
football.
called the rugby hold.
That's so
And then you toss him like a rugby ball.
yeah,
I'll make sure you put the spin
just
on
put
it.
the spin on it.
Is that right?
Why
You like to spin on it?
Whee! Uh-huh.
it's so fast, it's so sad.
Is
My
oh,
heart hurts. Alright, back to the game.
I'm just waiting for everyone else to jump back on. Oh, I probably need to restart the music.
oh yeah, don't forget to do that.
Are we on?
We're on, so we can entertain the audience.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to know about us?
We heard some kids with speech impediments.
We already told that.
I know. That has nothing to do this people with
Hey, Brandy.
speech ability. Yeah, so that's fast.
Walking on the
Can I get
ground.
some water?
When I was a little kid, I had a speech impediment. I couldn't say my R's. I could just say well. So I was like,
Wiggle.
part, I would say out.
Out.
And for party, I would say pouty. And for potty, I would say pouty. So when I was growing up, I thought that that potty and party were like plain and plain, or like, you know what I like? What is that called?
It was a hub.
I thought it was because to me they were the same word. So I thought it was really funny, like, oh, we're gonna go to a party, and I'm like, oh, to a party, like, so funny. Which is weird because they sound different, but I thought that they
Everyone else is saying it normal, but then in your
Yeah.
mind, you're like,
We got one, but not believe it.
David, are you back? He's back. Okay, let's talk about some initiative rolls, guys. 25 to 20.
20.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Dope.
So, Alia coming out strong. 20 to 15.
That's good.
Oh, gosh.
15 to 10.
11.
12.
Oh, gosh.
Wait,
Oh,
don't you have the infinite initiative?
I used to.
Roll bad.
Where'd it go?
What changed?
What did you
One-
roll?
one there could possibly be
I rolled
red.
a 5.
Oh, okay.
Dex modifier.
So, who was the 11? Was that Moss?
Yeah.
You got 12? Okay. Ren and Adelaide, who'd you like to go first?
I like to go first.
say I can go second. I guess she can do either.
What would we're gonna have you go first, if that's all right.
No, she loves going first.
She's the best.
She
All right, 10 to 5.
I have a 6.
Oh, I got a 5.
6.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Hey, we're sleepy. We don't want to get up.
Baron is a 5. Okay. Now, and we need to roll my initiative because I still haven't done that. Yeah, Baron was.
Let's try something new.
Okay. Good deal. All right. With that, Alia, you are first up as your light fills this dark alleyway. You can see the flames bursting from the grate, dancing in the night, as well as the shadows themselves rearing back from the bright light. What do you do?
Just in kind of, I guess, reflection of the night prior, Alia's gonna take 2 or 3 steps backwards. That's gonna be my turn.
As you kind of get out and you have the instinct to just get something in the way of them, you put it there, and then as you see the shadowy visages, the ones that were right next to you the night before, your mind starts being muddled, and you need to take a couple steps back. With that, it's one of the shadow's turns. As the shadow closest to the grate is going to run. You'll see him run this direction, and as soon as he gets out of line of sight of the bright light, he is going to try to hide with his bonus. Actually, does he have to do anything else? Nope, that's all that he will do. He is going to hide. He does not do a very good job. As you can see, he is right here, still visible, fairly easy. He rolled a natural 1 on his stealth. Pretty bad.
He's like, goodbye, guys.
That's what I did.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
Okay, with that, next is Adilaide. Adilaide, as you've been kind of groggily woken up from your camping chair, what would you like to do?
Adelaide, now's the time to use some of your clerical things. Let's see what you can do.
Okay. She's gonna cast guidance. Who's next to me? Pablo.
Pablo.
She's going to give Ren guidance. Wait, that's just for ability checks.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No. You can guide me.
Okay, what about instead I give you bless though?
And then you can also choose two other people and give them blessings.
I'm just gonna be like, Ren, Baron, pass. But more graceful, she's not high five. And she's going to give you grace cast bless. And you guys get to add D4 to any attack roll or a saving throw.
Is that for the next minute? Right?
It's for the next minute, or until she loses concentration.
Thanks, Adelaide.
It's really hard for her check.
She's just still sitting there. Perfect.
Oh wait, she doesn't have to touch you guys to cast bless, so she just did it from. Why not?
With that, we are into Ren. You are up.
I want to get somewhere where I can have a good eye on the shadows.
Yeah.
And I just want to learn what I can. Via
So where you're seeing, you could look down from kind of this full ridged part towards one that is running away, or if you'd like to, you could approach the one that's still in the fire and try to get a better look of it while it's still lit up.
Yeah, I mean, the one that's in the shadow is essentially invisible, right?
It's not invisible, though it will be harder to kind of determine and look at it, like what is it.
Yeah, like it might as well be. I'll look at the one in the light.
Okay, you'll probably have to move out kind of close towards where Opal is at.
Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll get as close as I can within the time allotted to me. And yeah, can I? What is this? Animal handling check. Nature.
Depends on like what you're trying to gain from it. What kind of check do you feel like? What are you trying to ascertain as you're looking? And then I'll tell you what check to make.
Well, first of all, I guess and this is a question open to the party, what are we hoping to learn?
I think it's a mix of just like
We want
Like
to see what
how they work, if they're physical, how much light affects them. Like we're trying to find weaknesses.
So we should have had someone be bait.
probably. That's a good idea.
Could I just do like a perception to see like what I can see, like what can I
Ascertain what you can get
can I
from just
get? Just a general.
perfect. As you're just trying to catch any information that you can, roll that and add your blessed D4 as well.
Bless isn't to an ability check, is it?
It is. It's for attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Oh, I thought it was just attack rolls and saving throws. Okay. That's 22.
22. Okay. As you are able to get up, you've seen a lot of different creatures in your life, and you've been able to examine a lot of, especially different sea dwelling things. And this, in some ways, kind of reminds you of kind of like some cephalopods, like octopus, things like that, where you can see it has kind of a form on the outside, but as it's kind of being backlit by this light, it's definitely looks like it has some sort of form on the inside. Like, and you can see what looks to be kind of more of like a pit in the center. And then what looks to be kind of almost vein-like things running out towards like the hands and kind of like a clump down towards the base of where it kind of walks. And then, so as you're backlit from it, it almost looks like two arms, a head, and just a base lump for like legs. So it almost has like a weird, almost alien-esque look to it. It almost looks like it is grabbing the shadow from around it and using that as almost a covering, and that turns to be human-esque, though with the light now lighting it up is very different and very not human.
So it's using the shadow as like a sort of like a shroud to like cover it, a costume.
Exactly. It's LARPing.
Yeah. I'll say
You would also a 22. I'll give you this. You can tell that with the light where it is right now, it doesn't seem to be putting it at any sort of disadvantage. It still has its faculties around it, but you can definitely tell that it does not like bright light. And with the other one running away, you can tell that it's trying to avoid it. And you could ascertain that maybe if you got even brighter light, that it would have a greater effect on them.
so. What I'm getting at, octopus with a suit, wearing sunglasses,
Yes,
essentially.
that's literally what I just described. So
Yeah, I like that. I like that picture. Yeah, so Ren, after looking at it, will I guess he'll say something to the effect of like, guys, let's can we get some more light up in here? I don't think it likes the light.
with that, is there anything else that you're going to do on your turn?
No.
Moss, is your turn.
All right. So Moss is going to be like, I'm going to light in a second, but we'll check this out. And Moss is going to cast Entangle on the Fetcher and Light.
Okay.
So let's draw the cube real fast. Where's the draw tool? There's the draw tool. So it's just going to be like right here. And then, so I need him to make a strength saving throw.
All right. as you look at him, and you see that he is in this entangled spell, all these roots shoot up around right next to this fire, encompassing him. Though you can tell that it is just moving through it, as almost is an amorphous being.
Okay.
It has no effect.
That's annoying. Okay, but that's good to know, though.
Is there anything else that you need to do with your turn?
No, I think Amos is just gonna sit there and be on guard.
Good deal. With that, Opal, you are up.
Opal is gonna take out her axe, try to do a cool like flirt. No one have a rack, try to flip it right. Like around your arm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that. Can I do a sleight of hand check to see if I can do it well, or if I drop it?
Yeah, you can do that.
An 11.
11.
So, but I almost drop it.
You like go and you hit the end of it, and about to drop it, and then you're able to grab it. It's not as like smooth, like fluid looking, but you're able to still do it. It's
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. I'm gonna go and back or back. Move towards the enemy.
Moss, did you keep concentration on the entangle spell after you realized it was unaffected?
No, Moss would have given up and just been like interesting and just let the weeds die.
Okay.
Just so,
Perfect.
How far do I get with the
You can get right up to it.
Oh, dig out. Oh, fast.
You run up into the light. The shadow creature right in front of you. You also kind of get this look of the different sinuous strands throughout it, making almost the look of tentacles. Make an attack roll.
Can I also ask you a question?
Do you feel like when you're axing someone with your axe, that Opal would also be like asking some questions?
How do you like? You wanted a piece of me?
That's a good question to ask. Well, I'm just wondering, how are you doing?
Be like, where is it? Like, yeah, you get that.
Okay.
And then let me see if I can first. I'm also gonna use my double hand. And did I also engage my thing? Trying to see where we put it. Did we put it on my thing?
What thing?
My 2 charges is for that. The low one and the other one. I don't remember what the other one was.
The other one allows you to add 1d8 damage to your
Here's that. And then I have 2 more.
Yeah.
And I did this. Okay, let me roll. Oh, really? Okay, that is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 24 will definitely hit.
Then gonna double damage and use my charge.
Let me know how much the charge does.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yes. Let me know how much the charge does.
Charge is how much did we gain that?
Well, it's 1d8.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I just need to know what you roll on it.
I know. Yeah. Okay, 4. And then so that is an 11.
11 in total? Or 11
Oh,
and then
11?
4.
So 15.
Okay. So as you come down with your axe, using the Shadowrend's power to call upon the light
Yes.
and dispelling something of this vile darkness.
Yeah.
2 things you notice as you attack it. For one, your axe being magical innately does more damage to it. You've already noticed that. But with this charge acting, it being a radiant damage as it kind of flashes a bright light, you notice that actually does more damage to it, as it seems to almost be vulnerable to that particular type of attack. You outright kill it in one attack as you run up and just part it from one end to the other, as you see like the shadow itself fade and the tentacles, the little sinuous parts of it, fall to the ground and start kind of dissolving into almost kind of a black pudding. Outside of it kind of drying and cracking, and then liquid seeping out, then drying, cracking until it's like wearing away.
Okay, can I...
You have taken your action with attacking.
I want to put it in a jar.
I will allow you to put it in a jar.
Okay. Dark ooze in jar.
You quickly just scoop some up into a jar. With that one is dead. Baron, you are finally up.
Okay. Is this cliff thing like strict?
How dare.
Is it just
I think he's just, I don't know. Is the cliff directly a cliff, or is it, you said it's 15, is it like a slant kind of?
It's kind of directly down. It's been chiseled, cut down, trying to give it as much space for the roadway as possible.
Okay. I'm going to kind of roll off the edge of it.
Okay.
Grabbing my torch, and can I light it as I'm coming down?
Sure, you can do that.
So I'll come down, and I will move my guy, like probably even down closer to it.
With 15 feet, you will take fall damage. I rolled it, and you will take 6 points of damage. As you light up a torch.
Sorry, buddy. Hold on. This is so much trickier to do. I'm holding you. So I'll roll down, and as I'm kind of rolling down, going, Opal, it's good of you to show off, but we didn't really learn much because you killed it outright. And then I'll say, I think we should shed some more light on the situation, and I'm gonna take off one of my vials of oil and toss it at the shadow demon in front of me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw my torch as well.
All right. So, lighting the torch was your first use an action as your bonus action.
Okay. I will action surge then.
Perfect. That's what you'll need to do to be able to pull this off.
I'll yell back, I got a jar of ooze!
Let's go. Oh, wait, I have D4 to all, right?
Yes, you do, since you are blessed.
I need my triangle boy.
Good time, boy.
That's gonna be a 16
to hit.
Yeah,
that will hit.
Okay.
That's for the oil.
Okay. And then this is going for the. I hit again. I got 19 on the die.
Okay. Just to make sure, you threw the vial of oil.
Yes.
She said, as you throw the vial of oil, the glass container passes straight through it as it goes and breaks behind it.
Okay.
It's incorporeal. It kind of gets slowed down, so I'd say it kind of hits. It slows down, doesn't shatter as it hits it.
Okay.
And it'll fall kind of at its base. The torch will do kind of the same thing. It'll hit it. How much roll for damage?
That would just be
A D4.
plus, is this strength or is it dex? I guess I'm
Dex.
dex. So that's gonna be 5. I rolled a 1 on the D4.
Okay.
So whatever you interpret that as.
All right. So as the torch kind of hits it, it is lit up. It does not like that. It seems to burn it good, not doing kind of half damage that it usually would with a normal non-magical attack. It seems that even mundane fire is able to hurt it in a sense that normal means can't. as that falls into the puddle of oil at its feet, that also is lit on fire, engulfing it in the flames.
Wait, so sorry, just so I make sure. Did you say that the fire does do more?
It doesn't do more damage. It does regular damage. It's not.
Okay, so it's not
It's not.
as if I was hitting it with my whip or something, and how it seemed like to not do any damage before. This feels like it's actually
It doesn't seem like the direct thud of it. It's the actual fire flame
Good
that
to know.
does it. Okay. I will just draw. There's a little
Now there's even
pool
more
of fire right
light
there.
around there, right?
Yes.
And I believe the oil does extra damage.
Do you know how much?
I do have it on my sheet. All right, this would be easier if I wasn't holding this
Oh, you're fine.
picture. I know, buddy. Oil. Flash. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
He's so
He is
sick.
not having a good day. He got his shots.
Not a big deal.
Okay. 5 to 20 feet range attack on a hit in oil. It dries in a minute, so it has a minute. If lit on fire, take 5 additional fire damage.
Good.
Cover a 5-foot square can burn for 2 rounds and deal 5 fire damage. Entering or ending turn.
So it won't take that until it starts its turn.
Well, entering or ending.
Okay.
So
It'll take additional damage if it enters in there.
only take damage once per turn. So.
Okay. Good to know. All right. So with that, Baron, is there anything else that you're going to do?
How much? So we're all in bright light now, right?
Yeah.
Like this is all bright light.
It's all pretty lit.
I would like to back up if I have any more movement left.
You're pretty much at the back of the wall right now.
Yeah, back up more towards like away from it.
Okay.
Kind of like right there. Yeah.
Good time.
Okay, so with that, we are going to the last shadow's turn. Oh, wait. Yes.
No, the last shadow's dead, right?
The last shadow was killed, the one that didn't get turned.
Mhm.
All right. With that, we're back up to the start with Alia. Is your turn.
Moss is just gonna yell at Alia real fast. We gotta catch it! You're muted, Alia. And you're muted, David.
David, we can't hear you.
Sorry, Loki was screaming at me a couple minutes ago, so I muted it. Yeah, so I don't know if there's much I could do. So Alia, is this right here? Is that a step down, like this thing?
I don't know where.
Or does that not show up? Yeah. I don't know why I can't do that.
Like over by Adilaide and stuff, it's about 15-foot drop.
Okay. So I'm gonna stay right here on the cusp of this, right here. Do I have a range? Like, can I see a creature from right about there?
I'd say from where you're at, the problem is that drop off is kind of blocking your line of sight from where you're at. You'd have to probably approach, pretty much right next to Adilaide if you want to see it.
Okay. Let me look here. I was right there.
I just love the image of Opal running up to it and like, "Where's Clem?" and it just kills it.
I'm gonna go right here, actually.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my action to dash, so I can get like right here. And that'll be transferring.
All right. With that, it is the Shadow's turn. It is going to move out of the fire. I just need to measure some things real quick. You'll see it continue to run its way down the street, basically. And as soon as it gets out of the bright light, actually, one thing that's going to do first is it's actually going to run. I actually don't know if it would do that. Let me see. Okay, I know what it will do. So yeah, it's just going to run out of the bright light, and it looks like it's trying to hide. It's out. It's not rolling very good. Yeah, you can still see it, Baron, as it has ran out of the bright light. And it stops there, and it looks like it's just ready to go. With that, is Adelaide's turn. I think she kind of just fell back asleep a little bit.
She's admiring her shoes. They're new.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
I think she wanted to cast do her channel divinity.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Perfect.
She was gonna try that. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you. On you. Has a 30-foot radius and it's filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you and lasts 1 minute until you're incapacitated. Oh, that wouldn't help anyone. Never mind then. I think she'll just hold her action in case a shadow being gets close to her.
Okay, sounds good. We will then go to Ren.
So it's just that one that ran away down the switchback, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty far away. So not really much I can do. I don't even know if I would have realized that it ran away. Ren is going to move over to Opal. Take a look at that slime she got.
So that green slime.
That
Nickelodeon.
That Nickelodeon slime.
I was thinking it was the dollar store in a little jar that you.
Oh, like the things that you squish. The fart.
Yeah.
The fart goo.
Yeah.
It does that.
Oh no.
But
we poke it with a stick.
Yeah. Do an investigation check as you're kind of looking it over, or a nature check, depending on what you want to learn.
I would love to nature check. I love nature. Love naturally occurring slimes.
Granola.
That's only an 8 though. Not that good.
You can tell it's not natural. That's for
This is not in nature. This is not of the sea. Octopuses don't make this.
Octopi don't do this.
Octoputus, no do.
Octopuses. Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be my turn.
Good deal. With that, Moss, you're up.
All right. Moss is gonna run. Yeah, he's gonna jump down and use 30 feet of movement to run right next to it.
Okay. If you jump down, you will take some fall damage.
Yep, I'll take it.
Okay, you take 3 points of fall damage. Actually, you said you're up on the roof, correct?
Yeah.
So it would have been a little bit higher than the 15 feet added. So you'll take an additional 6 points. So that's 9 points of fall damage in total.
Oh gosh, how freaking tall is this? I'm gonna regret this.
It was 2d6 worth of fall damage. Yeah, I just rolled really high.
Okay. Sorry, adjusting live. Okay. And Moss is gonna cast Produce Flame into his hand.
Okay. As soon as you run up to it, though, it held its action to attack.
Oh, okay.
As it seems to not have to take up an action to try to hide.
Interesting. Okay.
That's something that you learn, but it will go for an attack against you as you are within melee range of it. Does an 11 hit?
No, an 11 does not hit.
I'm rolling super bad dice.
Good.
This is good. This is good.
It's your turn.
Okay. So yeah, so Moss is just gonna cast Control Flame in his hand. And so, how do you draw a circle on this again? Or Produce Flame?
If you go into the paintbrush, and then at the top there should be a little circle icon. If you click that, it'll make a square circle and stuff like that.
Okay. For some reason, I'm really struggling. Wait, where is it at?
You see the paintbrush,
Yeah. Oh, and then
Go
you
with
get a
that.
circle.
and then there's a circle by the triangle. That'll make a circle for you.
Okay. So,
And it should be at the center of the circle that you put the center and then you draw out.
okay, yeah. So it's about 10 feet, so about this much. Okay. So Moss is gonna cast Produce Flame, but he's not gonna throw it at the creature. Instead, he's gonna hold his action to just try and, like, if the creature tries to run, to, like, dissuade it from running. Like, use the light as, like, to push it in a direction.
Ooh. So almost like you're trying to use the light to kind of back it against a wall. In a
Exactly. Exactly. Trying to back it against the wall.
Okay. All right. We'll see what happens when it's turn. Opal, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'll investigate the ooze. So we poked it, and we didn't really learn much from it.
Yeah, you poked it. You made a fart sound. What would you like to do? Like, religion check. What kind of check do you want to do? It's almost your turn, by the way.
Yeah, I'll see. Maybe I can do a religion to see more of its weaknesses or anything like that.
Okay, perfect. Doing a religion check to kind of see if you can ascertain anything divine or the complete opposite of divine, demonic from it. A 10?
What if you move it over one to the left? It's a 20.
Yeah, but that's not how it works with dice. So as you look at it, trying to find the sense, you can tell that it's something that you already know it's of demonic origin. This looks to be, as you look at it, and as you kind of remember what you were told, like in your vision, you notice, like, well, there is some connections. This seems to be less focused on, like, pestilence and more shadow. So whatever this is, there's probably something more going on here than just a demon of pestilence, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's what you ascertain. You're like, looking at this goo, this isn't, it almost looks like it's a combination of the two powers. Whatever the people have been throwing up, as well as more of this shadow magic.
Okay.
With that, Baron, it's your turn.
Okay. Where is Alia?
Alia?
Her down the bottom.
Yes.
That's not her.
Yep.
Oh, it only does it on our side. It doesn't do it on the thing. Anyway, could I? Alia, toss me your bracelet. I don't know if she can toss it that far, or if she would toss it.
Where are you even at? There you're up there.
I'm up here.
You're 40 feet away.
No, Elias not throwing it that far.
But she could run up and throw it.
Why? What do you want with it?
I want to test something.
What?
Just trust me.
I can't throw it that far.
She'll have, if she's going to move forward, she'll also have to do that on her turn.
I know.
You could hold your action, but
Then I can't move.
I mean, you could move and then hold your action.
True. Either way, I don't think she'd be able to reach it that far. Sorry. Oh, wait. Maybe I can do something with this. No.
McKay,
Yeah.
if I dash, I have 60 feet of movement. I'm 55 feet away from the monster right now.
Okay. Okay, then let's try this. If you'll do that, then I'll move. Give it to me as soon as you can, and I'll move into this area over here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'll move right up next to it, and I'll hold my action. Base, yeah. You know what I'm doing.
Yes, I know what you're doing.
I think David knows what I'm doing. But, okay, I'll hold my action for Alia to give me the bracelet real quick.
Perfect. Okay, with that, we're up to Alia. It's your turn.
Is it my turn again?
Yeah.
What? Alright.
There's only one shadow.
Yeah, you're on the top.
I guess it's true.
I'm on the last.
Yeah, so I guess make it up to here. You better not break this bracelet.
We'll see, and I'll snatch it. And in my hand, as I snatch it, I'll kind of wrap it around, kind of like
Around your knuckles.
like around my knuckles, and I just want to full on deck this thing. Just
Oh shit.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Roll to see if you hit.
I hit. 18.
18
Yeah.
to hit. That will definitely hit.
Yeah.
And then-
D4, I'm assuming,
yeah, roll
because
the
I improvised weapons. Plus strength.
yeah,
Because of
strength.
I don't have any strength, so it's a 2.
Okay. So as you take this silver bracelet in your hand, wrap it around, and you punch the shadow in the face, you notice that the punch, for one thing, it's a really weird feeling as it kind of gets sucked into like the cold.
As it envelops it.
As it envelops it, your hand goes ice cold. And like, I don't know, it's a very odd, like, tingling feeling. It's almost kind of like the same feeling as it saps strength from you, though with this punch, it doesn't. Like, it looks like maybe those fine little tentacles that extend out into the hands is what actually causes the effect of the drain.
Interesting. Okay.
You feel that icy, like, numbing coldness in your hand. The punch doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would like.
Interesting.
The silver doesn't seem to affect it.
Good to know.
Does he break my bracelet?
He does not, as it is an amorphous goo that he just punched made out of shadow. It doesn't do anything to the bracelet. It's fine.
I'll give it back. Thanks.
Okay. With that, it is good old Shad's turn. The Shadow. He is going to.
So is Moss going to get his action and try and back it into the corner?
Yes. I would like you to do an intimidation.
Intimidation. What about perception check?
Just to remind you, you are blessed as of right now. So you can add it in.
Okay, intimidation. Here we go. Oh, actually, I'm okay with intimidation. Oh, and what do I get for the bless again?
D4.
+4 or plus 1d4?
1d4.
Okay. 23.
For your intimidation. Dang!
Yep. I almost
Good.
nat 20'd that, friends.
All right. So it is up against this kind of wooden wall of the structure that you guys are kind of standing next to. And you kind of step up in front of it. You're branching the fire, kind of stopping its progression. We'll basically say like you move in the way of it, like this way, kind of holding it off. For this moment. Baron and Alia are also standing really close together, and it's basically surrounded by this bright light of your produced flame right next to it, as it looks very scared and intimidated. It's at this moment that, as you look at it, it is going to use its action. It's going to disengage still. Rather than running past you, it is going to put itself up against the wall, and you see it kind of morph its size and suck itself through an open knot in the wood to the building as it enters the building through a 1-inch diameter hole. As is on the other side, it is going to continue doing whatever it's doing, though it is hidden from your view, and so it's hard to know really what its next move was. All right. With that, it is Adelaide's turn. She's just chilling back there. About this time, Pablo will get out the soft drinks as it's getting a little thirsty. With that going on over there, Ren, is your turn.
Okay. So I'm just so far away.
Well, here's the question. Moss, are you guys going to try to make your way into the building to continue pursuing it? Or what is... Because if not, then we'll go out of combat for right now.
Yeah, I guess general perception is it like there's a door right next to the knot, or am I going to have to run around the building?
You probably have to run around the building.
Okay.
Like, there's a door you saw kind of over here on that side.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Moss is probably gonna he'll give up, but he'll swear as he gives up.
Yeah.
Like out of... Yeah, that's his Moss. What's Baron and Alia gonna do though?
I will send it for Baron. He's just going to follow your lead. He's busy helping with the baby. Alia, are you trying to do anything? No?
You said it squoze through like a crack, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how big is its crack?
I was gonna say, does that look like it's a residence house? Was it?
This looks more like probably a storage warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Is it the back side of it or the front side?
This is kind of one of the sides of it.
I guess I'll lie. Do we continue to go after it? Or do we call it a night?
I can sneak through little holes. Then it's probably going to sneak out the other side of the building and get away.
Potentially. So do we just call it a night then?
Yeah. I don't think we have the manpower to completely surround it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Then
With that, you guys kind of recenter back together as a group. We don't need the map anymore. As you guys kind of come back together, still around you, some of the fires are burning. This spot in the bread district is quite lit up, which brings a sense of relief, as well as it helps you feel like, okay, we're probably at a good, safe position if we have this much light around us. What are you guys doing?
Dang it. Thought we'd be able to capture that stupid thing.
we definitely weren't able to find out as much as we were hoping, I think.
Guys! Guys! Here!
What do you got, Opal?
Oh, well, I followed Baron's instructions to the best of my abilities, because it's what made sense. He said to research the corpse, and this is what I got. I sense that this creature is a combination between two treacherous beings, evil beings. I know that. Remind me one more time with the crust one, because I was writing it down, but I couldn't remember.
It's spelled Kruvust. Kruvust.
Kruvust.
Kruvust. Crevice.
Okay, because I was writing Kruvust. Okay, whatever. Okay, Krimus? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris being a demon of pestilence, and another being of shadows. So I think what we're facing may be working as a duo. It also seems from observation, and I don't know, Ren can attest, I think, it kind of is like an octopus thingy. It seemed to look that way when it was dissolving.
Does anyone know what a flump is?
A what?
A flump. It's a type of creature in D&D that has basically very tiny spindly tentacles. That's what. If you look up that, it doesn't look exactly like that, but those tentacles, think of like kind of like a knot of those that kind of make a shape of a person. So it doesn't seem to be like it's just made out of shadow. Here in the light, you can see that actually there is something in there that kind of has a little bit of form to it. And yeah.
Opal says. Did y'all learn anything else? Like maybe combat styles or anything? That was another thing. They seem to be pretty weak against radiant damage. I think we already knew that though. But just to confirm.
Yeah. I
We
think
already
for sure.
fire.
Looks like it's always going to run from light. If we have light with us, then we should always be safe around these things.
Fire's fairly well.
Well, that's good to know. An elemental attack.
Silver has no effect.
I don't know if we can. Can you guys hear Baron?
Barely.
I'm trying to, because he might be closer.
Oh, you're good.
Well, fire seemed to work pretty well, but silver didn't really have much of an effect.
It's good that we didn't waste a lot of money buying silver weapons then.
Yeah, for reals though.
As you guys kind of continue to discuss this, I'm assuming you guys are starting to head back towards the outpost, or what's your plans? As it was quite early in the morning.
What time's the funeral again?
Oh, that history
Yeah,
that you remember?
It seemed to be around noon.
So, what time would you say it is right now?
Right now, you're probably saying about 2 o'clock in the morning.
2. So we would get back at 4. It would give us about a long rest before we had to go to the funeral.
Rather sleep in a bed than on the ground.
Yeah. Makes the most sense.
Let's get going.
As you guys start heading back, eventually make it to the job post. There's something that you'd like to do. Make a perception. If there's anything that you notice.
No, I got a 5.
Pretty nice. The moon's really nice and bright. That's nice. You guys make it back to the Vigil outpost. With the early time being, I'm assuming most of you all just kind of collapsed into bed to rest.
Yeah.
With that, as you guys are starting to kind of catch your breath, would you guys like to continue on to the next day?
We could probably get through the funeral if you guys want to.
Is that all right with you?
I'll be kind of up and down, but
And McKay, don't feel bad. Like,
I,
this is not a big deal. Just so you know.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah, make sure that Tori knows that. It's
Yeah. I think she wanted to play, so she's a little sad, but
It just depends on you, because
I'm good to go for another 30 minutes, and then to get going.
so we try and get through the funeral.
Or would it be better just to wait, and so that way we're all more? I don't
That
know.
way, Pinky's here, or Joy's here. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know myself, I'm pretty exhausted. I feel like if we're going to do the funeral, it'd be kind of just rushing through it just to
Okay.
get stuff done. And so
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll just kind of end it right here.
Click.
'Cause-
Suddenly, Opal trips on her boot and is able to catch herself, but kind of hurts her wrist. And what will happen next? Find out next time on The Dungeon House.
yes. Get a long rest. So
All right.
Sweet!
you guys
All
did actually a good amount of stuff about the shadows.
Have we ended the recording?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Dungeon.
Ready?
Dungeon.
Done.
Gotcha.